Alright, so before I get too deep with this whole disassembly, let me at least start documenting so that I'll actually have somewhat of a visual guide to look at when I'm reassembling this. So I've already taken off the top air intake cover thingy, disconnected fuel lines, disconnected the air intake hose to the turbocharger, and I have started mapping how to disconnect everything else that's on top of the engine that's actually connected to the body or some other auxiliary component. So got this connector here, not sure what it does, but it goes to the body, so I need to disconnect that. Also these two fuel lines which go back to the filter, need to disconnect these. There's this thing connected to part of the vacuum system, need to disconnect it here because it goes back here all the way back there into the body, so easiest place to disconnect it would be right here. Also have this coolant hose, can disconnect it right here. This oxygen sensor, lambda probe, whatever it may be, gonna disconnect it right here, goes back over there somewhere. Yeah, there's a connector right there, but I don't think I want to mess with that connector, so I think the easiest thing to do might be disconnecting it there. Oh yeah, I see the connectors. It might not be that hard. Just slide out. Okay. Yeah. Slide out there. But then it would be much easier. It's less of a risk leaving this connected and disconnecting this than disconnecting this and end up having something happen to the connector while the engine is out. So yeah, I'm gonna take this, where is it, take that out, makes it much easier. This thing here, I think this might be the other sensor. All right, so this one I can easily disconnect because it's right there, so I'll just disconnect this one. And yeah, so that would be most of it from up front on top right there. Down here you have this hose, looking like a coolant hose, goes to the cooler that's attached to the fuel filter. Whole mess of coolant hoses and charge pipes, whatever. So all of this here up front needs to be disconnected in order for me to take off the front. Once I get the car jacked up, I'll undo all of the screws or bolts or whatever underneath the wheel weld so that I can get to those that hold the bumper, undo the connectors, and yeah, get the front off. After that, it will be pretty much getting everything that's connected to the transmission disconnected. Disconnect also the turbo, the exhaust pipe, and also whatever parts of the drive shaft or diff that connect to the transmission, and any other connectors that might be underneath there. Once that is done, it will be pretty much the task of swinging this thing out, then separating the transmission from the engine. The one thing I'm seeing here that I'm not quite sure, so I'm looking for the other engine, what you call it now, connector, hoist points, if we're going to use that term. So there's one here. I'm thinking I should be seeing one somewhere here, but I am not. So I don't know what's happening there. But the other two are over there. Right. I'm feeling like this might be one of them. I don't know why I feel like that might be one of them, but it is looking very much like this thing right here is supposed to be one of them. There's this random piece of metal that's just in there. I'm not even sure where it came from. So as soon as I remove the EGR and some of this stuff, I might have a little bit better access to it to see what the hell happened there. But yeah, so this is step one in our video one of the whole engine removal repair process on my 2008 Audi Q7. Signing off for now.